Yeah, back-to-back tapings this Friday and Saturday night. Crazy, right? It's going to be huge. It's the first time in PPW history that we're... Oh, wait, I got to shoot the wrap-up. Yeah, Friday and Saturday. Love you too, Mom. Hey, Premier Planet, Justin Barlow here, and you overheard that right. This Friday and Saturday night, we are doing back-to-back studio tapings here in the Premier Studio in Woodstock, Illinois. But before we get to the nuts and bolts as to why that's happening, let's go over what you may have missed at PPW 194 if you weren't in the house for all the action this past Saturday night. We started off the evening with, well, first of all, let me just say this. Unfortunately, due to a slew of injuries that have occurred around the Premier roster as of late, we did unfortunately have to postpone the Random Fandom Challenge, but not to worry. Once these injuries are healed, the Random Fandom will be back and alive as it has been the last few weeks here in PPW. We opened the evening with a one-on-one match between the young hotshot Anakin and Premier Academy standout and someone who made his debut 1 week ago in Levi. Now, these two guys both hungry. Obviously, Anakin a bit more ring experience, but Levi really holding his own against Anakin. Unfortunately, Anakin with the wherewithal is able to deliver basically what is a sliced bread kind of maneuver, a jump flipping backward reverse DDT on Levi to get the 1, 2, 3, but afterward Levi receives a standing ovation from the Premier Planet and a well-deserved congratulations from Anakin. Following that match, at one-on-one, it was Inestra taking on La Tarantula, again, still without that first W here in PPW. La Tarantula came so close to getting his first victory and over former world champion Inestra of all people, but unfortunately Inestra is able to deliver a sunset flip powerbomb to La Tarantula, knocks the wind out of him. Inestra gets the 1, 2, 3, and unfortunately another L goes in the win-loss column for La Tarantula. After that matchup, Connor Core, now hailing from the Isle of Canoria, takes on Not Bad Chad, someone whose stock is already very quickly rising amongst the Premier Planet. Not Bad Chad really giving Connor a run for his money, but as you can see from the footage, Connor gets Chad to the outside, 0-2 or 0-3, you can't even really tell, but who accompanied Connor to the ring is able to just put the boots to Not Bad Chad. He rolls Chad back into the ring, and unfortunately, that leads to Connor picking up the 1, 2, 3 over Not Bad Chad. Now, if you remember, we had scheduled a tag team match between Anakin and Chase Gosling taking on the team of Inestra and Sensei. Unfortunately, both Chase Gosling and Sensei out with injuries. Chase, a separated shoulder. Sensei, a compressed lower spine. Thankfully, it's not a whole lot worse for either of those guys. So we decided to have a one-on-one match between the two remaining individuals, Inestra and Anakin. And this match was fast-paced. These guys they're fast, they're agile, but this match ended up resulting in a double countout. A double countout, which means that no one was able to pick up the victory, and so this rivalry is still head-to-head and even. We'll see what happens when Sensei and Chase Gosling get thrown back into the mix. Following that contest, it was 0-2 taking on Irish Andy Anderson. 0-2, of course, accompanied to the ring by Connor Core, and 0-3. And in this match, Andy Anderson is able to deliver an Andy bomb, but right after he does, the old switchy between the zeros, 0-2 switches places with 0-3. 0-3 is able to catch Andy off guard, get him with a small package, and upset the Irishman. And upset is an understatement as far as Andy's mood was after this match. Speaking of the zeros, 0-3 was then in action, at least in legal action, against Marcus the Science Smith. Once again, the switchy between the zeros. This eventually leads to Andy, still frustrated over his loss to 0-2 in the match prior. Andy comes down, the referee loses control of the matchup, he throws it out, no contest, but then this leads to Randy Ritchie announcing that since we can't have one scheduled tag team match, we're going to have another tag team match. It's going to be Marcus Smith and Andy Anderson taking on the team of 0-2 and 0-3. And when we came back from intermission, that tag team match got underway. And to the Zero's absolute surprise, Marcus and Andy, two formerly bitter rivals, are able to work together, and this match lasted, I think, less than 5 minutes before Andy and Marcus delivered a double Andy bomb. That's right, Andy in one corner, Marcus in another corner, two Andy bombs at one time, 1, 2, 3. Science Marcus Smith and Irish Andy Anderson pick up a victory over 0-2 and 0-3. Yeah, I guess you could call it weird science, but it worked. And after that, it was our main event, PPW World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Ronny Metro defending against the world-exclusive Matt Vine. And in recent weeks, Ronny's been able to sneak away with that title via disqualifications, countouts, what have you. This match, oh my God, it not only was it intense, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that this was a world caliber matchup between two of PPW's top superstars, and instead of me trying to describe it, let's throw you to the footage and show you what happened at the end of this match. So you can see there everything getting out of hand. The referee taken out of commission for a moment, leading to a brawl between Ronny and Vine. This led the Premier roster to come down, having to separate these two. The match is thrown out, and that is when Randy Ritchie makes the announcement. As you heard me say earlier, this Friday and Saturday, two back-to-back nights. We're going to have a world championship match on Friday, and it's going to be no disqualification, no countout, submissions or pinfalls only. We are going to have a legitimate PPW World Heavyweight Champion when all is said and done. Also, Friday night, we kick off the first leg of a #1 contenders tournament, which is going to conclude the following night on Saturday night, when the #1 contender who is crowned on that night gets his title shot against the champion, whoever that may be, after Friday. In the same night, he wins the tournament. So not only are we going to crown a #1 contender, we're also going to crown a PPW World Heavyweight Champion, whether it be a retaining or whether it be a new champion the night after Ronny or Matt Vine walk away with the title. Also coming up this Friday night, it's the return of the Something to Prove Challenge. The best and the brightest out of the Premier Academy, all coming down to face off in a tournament. And the winner of that tournament, he's going to have bragging rights in the Premier Academy. And the goal is these guys, they want so bad to get noticed. They want so bad to earn their place on the Premier roster. It's so exciting to see the Something to Prove Challenge coming back to the Premier studio after so long. We get to see a lot of the up-and-coming talent out of the Premier Academy. Premier Pro Wrestling Planet, we are so grateful for you guys. We always have been. We always will be. We hope you'll join us for this historic back-to-back, I guess you call it super taping, mega taping, 2 tapings, 2 nights back-to-back. We will see you folks out here this Friday and Saturday. Don't miss it.